Hey, it's Janelle coming to you to talk about building legacies and why now is so important for you to cultivate and create what it is that you're here to create. Because here's the thing, it is placed on you by God and your soul in combination with what you're here to do. And it is about the awareness that it's not just you that desired to create that. It was because you conspired before you got here to build something remarkable. And oftentimes I find that a lot of people get in their own way and think in logical terms instead of in the truth of what it is. So you look for the evidence outside of you to determine and dictate what it is and what it is not. And so what happens is logic will override your natural intuition about what steps you need to take. And this is what causes the friction between the evidence showing up in the natural world, in the 3D, versus what is just living inside of your body as a dream for you to build and create. And it is about tuning in and not doing the hustle part of it necessarily, but knowing what choices and what decisions you need to make that are aligned with that choice. So this becomes the dance between the body, soul, and logic, what I call 3D reality, your mind. When you're looking for the steps to take and you look inside of your mind, it's going to regurgitate everything that you've learned, heard, and experienced from other people instead of your body's own intelligence telling you and showing you intuitively what step you need to take. So this can prolong the process of you stepping into your legacy because you have hardwired inside of you the actual steps that you need to take in order to create that dream to become a reality. And it's not a one size fits all. That's the issue. It is a unique inner understanding of what is required for you, not for me, but for you. And what gets clouded is every place where you've searched for answers outside of you to tell you go left, go right, do this, do that, and other people's projections onto you about how to best get there. And it's quite funny because most of the time it comes from people who haven't done it and who aren't available because they still live in the fear paradigm of linear action from the brain, logic. So if this is your first time hearing me and you're coming into my world, understand that I cultivate and grow legacies, empires, and transform lives. I've done this for 30 years of my life. I started my first company at 21 and grew that to a multi-million-dollar business with 13 locations, and then sold it based on intuition right before COVID hit, divine order. So this is the bulk of my work and what I speak about to mostly men, but for women I speak about tapping in and leaning into what it is that you need to create, not from a masculine standpoint, but from a feminine aspect. So what happens for most men is that you're used to seeing the hustle and the grind and You question a lot of what your steps should be based on what I call linear logic and reason, instead of tuning in and listening to your intuition. And when I say intuition, I mean your body's own intelligence, because it has all the answers, and the you that has already created it has that as well. And so what occurs is there's a friction energy behind stepping into that natural leadership position. And when I say leadership, it's like a word that is thrown out, in my opinion, way too much and without understanding the truth of what is being asked of you as a man in the world. And so this creates the dilemma, like if you have a business and you're wanting to take it from 5 figures to 6 figures, there are different requirements based on your own internal compass, your soul in alignment with God, universe within. And not knowing what steps to take, especially if you're experiencing chaos or deals falling through, or the confusion around, I know I'm here to change an industry standard, but not knowing exactly how to do that. This is where my work comes in. So if you have questions, feel free to ask me. I possess literally every single spiritual gift you could possibly imagine. I have practiced my whole entire life. This is what I lead with. I was born awake, born aware of my connection to universe and divine. It is spot on every single time without literally turning on the channel, if you would. There's no shut off switch for me. It's always on. So it is my life. So with that being said, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below and I will answer them for you. Now, when it comes to money, this is a frequency, and a lot of people get it confused and think that it's a frequency that exists outside of you. It does not. It is no different than manifesting something tangible in the world. It is within you. Wealth, money, is within you. It is not something external to you. So if you're experiencing lack or frustration or whatever, there's something internally within your body, a distorted frequency, a dysregulated something that needs to be adjusted. Now, and especially for women, this has to do with understanding what flow looks like to you as a woman, what creates expansiveness, what creates alignment, self-love. All of those things are related to how much money you bring in from your business or side hustles or whatever. It doesn't matter. It is an internal thing. God, universe, speaks to me very clearly every single day, all day. So there's no shut off switch when it comes to that. But for men, it's quite different. For men, it has to do with going internally into that gut reaction, into that gut place of knowing what you're here for and tuning into what needs to shift at the core of you as a man in order to align with wealth, or in order to align with your wealth. And this can be a couple of different things. I've seen it show up for my male clients around different habits and structures that they need to put in behind the scenes inside their business that cause a shift in their wealth. And it could be sometimes that there is a business partnership that needs to dissolve or be changed or whatever, or you're meant to go on your own. For each man, it's different. And Sometimes it has to do with worthiness, because in the world we experience, as men and women, we experience different points at which we have to adjust and align to our worthiness within. And the way that you do this is by going into that place where the worthiness or the deservingness, or whatever word you want to put on it, started. And going back to that place of regulating your nervous system internally, because oftentimes for men it's dysregulated because they don't understand the places of power that they're giving away to people, circumstances, events, whatever, that aren't in alignment, because they're expected to show up and to do it, and they'll just do it. And this is what causes the disconnection. The other thing about it is that when you do receive money, let's say money comes in, and you have, hold on one second, let me, if you have money come in, do you immediately go to scrambling, or do you thank the money that came in? Are you grateful for that experience? And grateful not meaning, oh my God, right? Not like that. What I mean is, thank you, I'll have more, please. Thank you for whatever, the $100 or the $1,000 or the $10,000 or whatever it is. Thank you for that abundance. Thank you for the wealth coming into my life. The other thing is to witness how many places you are already wealthy, meaning breath, food, friendships, noticing the wealth around you and acknowledging that outwardly so that it creates more wealth for you. Thank you that I have the money to pay this bill today. Thank you that I got to put gas in my car. It sounds very basic, but the energetic alignment around that is very important. So that is my conversation around wealth and building legacy. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I have a couple of ways that you can work with me right now. One is one-on-one. The other one is through my membership platform, where I have over 150 videos talking about manifestation, around wealth, around knowing what decisions you need to make. And those are in my membership site, which I will link here below. So thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm a first generation psychic, if you want to use the word psychic. I don't like the word, but some people like it to describe me. I don't like labels, so I don't label myself as A, B, C, or D in that sense. I believe that it limits the way that we're connected. So I just like for people to have the experience of me being able to emanate the truth of who they are and what they're here to build. Because the other thing about my gift is that I see very clearly what you are here to build, what legacy you're here to build, and I can take you into that experience. That's what I do with people one-on-one. I actually take you into the vision of your big picture, what you're here to create, what the businesses look like, what their names are, what you're supposed to be starting with first, like the whole entire thing. You see it, not me telling you. You see it. It's a very different process than anything else that's out there. So if you're interested, I do those one-on-one, and they are recorded and sent to you so that you can go back and listen to, and then take the steps that you need to take in order to be aligned with that. So please share this with anyone that you feel like, you hear me clearing my throat a lot, it's because I'm relaying a lot of information to you in a short period of time. So please share this with anyone that you feel like resonates with it. And also, if you're feeling grateful for the information, please send me some shout outs. But like I said, this work I've been doing since I was 19. It's been an amazing ride to watch people's lives transform and actually step into what they're here to do. It's a beautiful experience, and one that I am grateful for every single day. It is my extreme honor and joy to serve this way. So, with that being said, let me know if you have any questions. If you're just catching me, feel free to go follow and like. There's some other videos posted about manifesting and about alignment and about building businesses and all of the above. If you're interested in learning more, I do have a membership site that I will post below where you can listen to and absorb and transform your life. But if you're tuning into this frequency that I am speaking on, it is just by the words that I choose that are chosen for me, and the emanation of the information that I'm sharing with you, it does transform things in your life. It's just a natural product of what happens with me. When you step into my world, you step into my world, and either you get it or you don't. It's not a one-size-fits-all. I learned that a long time ago. So, all of the above apply. I have done over 75,000 sessions to date, all over the world. So, if you're just finding me and you're like, what the heck is going on? I help build legacies for men and for women. My hair is like going crazy. So with that being said, I will jump off and see you soon. Check out my other content below. Bye.